On behalf of the Commencement Committee, Board of Governors, college administration, program directors, and faculty, I'd like to welcome you to the 122nd Gratz College Commencement Ceremony. We are honored to celebrate the achievement of the graduating class of 2022 and welcome you as Gratz alumni.
I am Zev Elef, and it is my dutiful pleasure to offer my greetings to these commencement exercises of Gratz College. Several months ago, our Board of Governors approved a change in the college's mission statement. The mission aims to advance both education and applied Jewish wisdom for the benefit of a diverse student population, the Jewish community, and all people. The mission captures, in essence, what Gratz College has accomplished for almost 130 years. Our learning community has, since 1895, sought to foster leaders in a myriad of settings through the power of education and equipped with the wisdom that contains within it a tradition that stretches millennia. Education and Jewish wisdom is a curious coupling. These are, after all, independent notions. Surely, Gratz's impactful Masters of Education program, for example, is scaffolded by a curriculum that is rich on learning, but does not contain within it a modicum of Jewish wisdom. But applied Jewish wisdom is invariably anchored in education. Education betokens how Jewish traditions are transmitted, how they are received, and how they are acted upon. Education is the heart of the Passover Haggadah, and it is the rhythm of the synagogue service. It has become the most vital concern of the wider American Jewish community since it assumed responsibility for global Jewish life after the horrors of the Holocaust. Education and Jewish wisdom, then, share similar strategies and aim to strengthen our communities with knowledge and an undaunted boldness that more knowledge cannot possibly be a bad thing. That was the feeling of Rebecca Gratz, that pioneering 19th century philanthropist who pioneered efforts in Jewish education and paved inroads for public education writ large in Philadelphia. That most of the students enrolled in Gratz's MED and EDD programs are educators will not surprise anyone. That almost half of our students in our Holocaust and Genocide Studies program, mostly in the 23 states in which public schools have mandatory Holocaust education, that these are teachers, says something about Gratz College and its students. It says that our students believe in the power of education, that education can make change and make meaning in a world in which change and meaning-making are scarce resources. You, our graduates, have already assumed leadership positions. Your learning at Gratz College will not depreciate the values of either change or meaning-making. You have already done much to show that good education need not be all that scarce. Congratulations. I would like to invite Ms. Kathy Elias, Chair of the Board of Governors, to say a few words.
Thank you, President Elif. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I'd like to welcome all to our Gratz community and extend a special congratulations to our graduates. You are now part of a long line of scholars who, for more than a century, have called Gratz College home. We're proud of your accomplishments. May you go from strength to strength.
Thank you, Kathy, for your meaningful words. Dr. Pamela Nadell is the Patrick Clendenin Chair in Women's and Gender History at American University in Washington, D.C. Her achievements are numerous, particularly within Jewish studies and more specifically in American Jewish history. She is the past president of the Association for Jewish Studies, the ranking organization for Jewish Studies scholarship. Her 2019 book, America's Jewish Women, received the Jewish Book of the Year award by the Jewish Book Council. Pam is a master administrator, expert teacher, and a dear friend. Dr. Nadell has testified before Congress as an expert in American anti-Semitism, the subject of her current scholarly project. Her leadership is in harmony with Gratz's driving principles. In fact, a log of Pam's recent teaching load at American University reads like a Gratz curriculum: the Holocaust, anti-Semitism, and American Jewish history. Please join me in welcoming Professor Pamela Nadell to address our graduates today.
Thank you, President Elif, for this wonderful invitation to give this commencement address. I am honored to join Gratz's Board of Governors, Chancellor Finkelman, President Elif, Dean Moore, Gratz faculty and staff, and all the graduates and their families on this momentous occasion. Congratulations, graduates. You have worked hard, persevered through difficult days, and today we celebrate your accomplishments. We know that you did not achieve this alone. You share your success with your families. Grandparents and parents cheered you, spouses and partners stood by your side, and your children, even the ones tugging at your sweatpants as you stared at your screens, enabled you to reach this milestone. Take a moment to raise high fives all around, hug them, and thank them. When you embarked on your online studies, the world had not yet moved most of its learning online. Gratz College, soon to be your alma mater, pioneered remote learning for students near and far before the rest of our educational institutions caught up in the spring of 2020. No matter your degree or field, education, educational leadership, Holocaust and genocide studies, camp administration, Jewish studies, nonprofit management, you and I have much in common. We share a deep love for learning and for sharing what we have learned with others. Perhaps my experiences speak to you. For me, teaching, which after all is leading, is not a job. It is a calling, discovered in childhood when I played teacher with my dolls and friends. My teaching is not limited by space or format. It happens in classrooms, in public talks, through my writing, on Zoom, at the dinner table, and when cuddling my grandson, as I once taught and cuddled his dad. Classrooms are to me sacred spaces, places of wonder, discovery, and inspiration. Inspiration takes many forms. Sometimes it comes from an encounter with a powerful text that leaves the student gasping. Why didn't I know this before? Other times it might come as a wake-up call. I bet that you too have heard someone earning a B- grade announce, "I am not a B- student," and then seen them soar. Their successes and the successes of all my students make me so proud, as I know that Gratz's faculty are proud of you. While some may think great teachers and inspiring leaders are born, not made, you and I know the truth. Masterful teaching and motivational leading require plain old hard work. Someone recently introduced me to Gillian Segal's Getting There, a book of mentors. In brief autobiographies, famous figures, the journalist Anderson Cooper, Spanx's inventor Sarah Blakely, share their stories. One theme runs across the narratives, whether written by architects, artists, chefs, entrepreneurs, politicians, or a Nobel Prize laureate. After pointing to obstacles overcome on the road to success, they emphasize how hard they worked to achieve that success and sustain it. The football coach Vince Lombardi once quipped, "The dictionary is the only place that success comes before work. Work is the key to success, and hard work can help you accomplish anything." His words speak to me. Each time I prepare for a class, no matter how many times I may have taught that topic before, I begin anew. I read, take notes, think, and organize before I walk into the classroom. I cannot rest on work done in the past. It's never good enough. There's another compelling idea to include, a new great website to share, a terrific podcast to excerpt, and a new way to organize the material. You, our graduates, know exactly what I mean. Our successes in classrooms, in conference rooms, and in life rest on hard work. That is what brought you to this graduation day. When I think of someone whose perseverance and determination stand as a role model, I think of Rebecca Gratz. Perhaps some of you have heard of her, but Gratz College was not named for her. Rather, Gratz College was named for her elder brother, Hyman, one of her 11 siblings. At his death in 1857, he left a bequest to found a college for the education of Jews in the city of brotherly love. By the time the college emerged in 1893, it was dedicated to preparing young men and women, the latter still quite rare back then, to become certified teachers. Hyman Gratz's gift has sustained the college across more than 125 years. Rebecca Gratz would have been proud that the college bears her family's name, for its current mission to advance education and apply Jewish learning for all people speaks to the life she lived by the time she died in 1869. She was an extraordinary leader among Philadelphia women. In 1801, she helped found the city's first non-sectarian women's philanthropy to help the poor. For the next 22 years, she was its secretary. Later, she was a founder of a non-sectarian orphan society, where she remained secretary for more than 4 decades. Meanwhile, she took the lead in establishing new Jewish women's organizations, a benevolent society, a Jewish orphanage, and a Hebrew Sunday school. All were the first of their kind in the United States. Let me give you a tiny glimpse of her work ethic beyond all the meetings she attended and the reams of minutes she kept. When the Hebrew Sunday School was established in 1839, there were no primers for Jewish children. Her friends from her non-sectarian work helped out. They gave her copies of a Protestant children's catechism. But how could Rebecca possibly use them to teach Jewish children? So she gathered scissors, paper, and paste. Then she and the teachers cut out and pasted over all the passages referring to Jesus. By the way, if her community organizing, cutting, and pasting have not sufficiently impressed you, let me add that when her sister Rachel died in childbirth, Rebecca, who never wed, took in her 6 half-orphaned nieces and nephews and raised them. Moreover, she was a tireless letter writer. More than 800 of her letters have survived, and within a year they will appear online in the Rebecca Gratz Digital Archive, thanks to Gratz College. Your alma mater may not have been named for Rebecca Gratz, but her legacy of purpose and tenacity, I hope, inspires you as it guides me. We live in a dark world. You have earned your degrees among some of the most challenging moments in decades. In persevering to reach this day, you have proved your mettle and your ability to overcome towering obstacles. I applaud the dedication that has brought you to this commencement. As you go forth to teach and lead, no matter where or how, you forge a path in our broken world. May your hard work, inspirational teaching, and dedicated leadership leave it a little less broken for those who will follow in your footsteps. Again, my congratulations to all.
Thank you, Dr. Nadell, for your remarks and your wisdom.
President Elif, subject to the completion of all requirements as prescribed by the governors and faculty of Gratz College, these candidates are presented for receipt of the master's and doctoral degrees with all the associated rights and privileges.
By the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, granted to the Board of Governors of Gratz College by Act of the Legislature in 1849, I do hereby confer upon you the degree which you have earned, with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining.
Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Education please stand? Lisa Rubenstein Richmond. Christine Shuttle. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy in Holocaust and Genocide Studies please stand? David G. Cotter. Ellie Fagan. Barbara Krasner. Heidi B. Omlar. Colleen Hare Simon. Christy Ann Yoder. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Holocaust and Genocide Studies please stand? John Anderson. Kira Bennett Clark. Stephen D. Cullen. Hillary Levine. Destiny Marston Wetherill. Courtney McQueen. Savannah Marie Parsons. Catherine Noel Pointer. Janetta S. Rogers. Jordana Sayada. Alan Steinberg. Diane Trachtenberg. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Interfaith Leadership please stand? Wendy Grodenchick. Alisa Landry. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Jewish Professional Studies please stand? Mikal Elahi. Jessica Gordon Kay. Ethan Reddick. Kara Lynn Rosenwald. P. Hyam Schenk. Debbie Lee Stillings. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Jewish Studies please stand? Elon Al-Dubi. Ian Little. David Clemens Roche. Will the candidates for the Masters in Education please stand? Megan Sundberg Cahill. Gemma Kufari, Leon D. Augustino, Rebecca Douglas, Heather Marie Eisesser, Cassidy Farr, Sarah Marie Greasy, Lynn Hamilton, Jennifer Lynn Hanley, Ashley Harpster, Heather J. Hart, Amanda Lynn Henry, Jacqueline Danielle Higgins, Meredith Teresa Honig, Andrea E. Keck, Leanne Kellum, Rachel Kelly, Marta Kennedy, Allison Laura Leet, Jan M. Levin, Ian Philip McMillan, Laurette Marshall, Kimberly Brooks Mason, Vaughn Muller, Fung Nin, Elizabeth Padova, Kathleen Poirier, Brenna Powell, Julian Ruth Regan, Megan Marie Roth, David Michael Sandel, Cora Catherine Shields, Tina L. Shockey, Alessandro C. Ravo, Angela E. Smith, Christy Marie Starling, Bobby Dagny Strayline, Todd E. Stutzman, Kelly Marie Sussman, Claudine A. Ursino, Linda Wallsmith, Jennifer Waring, Alyssa Ann Wismer. Will the candidates for the Master of Science in Camp Administration and Leadership please stand? Isaac Henry Black, Mandy Elizabeth Goff, Jacqueline Marie Pentacharski, Danny Alicia Robbins, Emily E. Schaefer. Will the candidates for the Master of Science in Nonprofit Management please stand? Sarah Bramer Schley, Gon Erez, Ariel Orlo Endel, Joshua William Shanker, Maya Spector, Jacob Stockman, Merrill Amy Schrager. We would like to acknowledge all the candidates for degrees of Doctor of Education and Doctor of Philosophy, and congratulate all of you for your hard work and commitment. I would like to invite Dr. Philip Moore to come forward and assist in the hooding of representative candidates for their degrees. President Elif, I have the high honor and distinct privilege of presenting to you Christine Shuttle, who has successfully completed all the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Education.
Congratulations to all of our doctoral graduates. I would like to invite one of our graduating students, Dr. David Cotter, to share a few words.
Chancellor Finkelman, President Elif, deans, faculty, staff, and graduates, good day, and thank you for the opportunity to be part of today's commencement ceremony. I'm Dave Cotter. I'm the Director of the Department of Military History at the United States Army's Command and General Staff College at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. And I am also a very proud member of this year's graduating class. As a member of the inaugural cohort of Holocaust and Genocide Studies doctoral students, I take great pleasure in being able to reflect upon the collective journey of our cohort as we piloted through the launch, development, and maturation of the HGS PhD program. The constant throughout the process has been one of commitment. Gratz College was certainly committed, as evidenced by the risk the institution underwrote to sponsor and resource this endeavor. As many of us are all too aware, to begin a program of this sort is no small undertaking, requiring, among other things, significant investments of time and expertise to build a curriculum that meets the college's and the students' goals, yet also satisfies the requirements of the accrediting bodies. Under Chancellor Finkelman's aegis, the college was able to establish the program and to navigate the changes necessitated by practice and continue forward. In this, Gratz's commitment is self-evident. The Holocaust and Genocide Studies faculty also exemplified commitment to the program and commitment to the students. They each knew that the PhD program had to be of rigorous high quality, comprehensive, and, significantly, fungible in order to accommodate the changes that would certainly entail. At the starting line, all involved knew there would be in-progress adaptations and modifications. In the Army, we have a saying that well describes the challenge facing the faculty as they participated in the early years. We say it's like building an aircraft while it's in flight. That is, I think, a fair assessment of the faculty's challenges and their response to those challenges. The plane flew on, and it serves as testimony to their commitment. It was at times trying, but between the administration and our directors, Drs. Monica Rice and Ruth Sandberg, we, the students, saw little of the churn that affected the faculty. And on behalf of my cohort colleagues and other HGS students, thank you. Also committed in no small way was Cohort 1 itself. It was extremely fortunate to be in the company of so many passionately invested and gifted individuals. Our discussions, online and face-to-face, were always collaborative learning experiences. To be sure, the conditions were set by the faculty, but the results were a product of academic collusion and partnership that followed as a product of thorough and earnest intellectual exploration. To my classmates, I will be always in your debt because I got far more from our collaboration than I contributed. What we do matters. Now many of us are finished and have gone on to other things, but for each of us, Gratz has enlarged our apertures and increased our own levels of commitment. In my own case, here at the Command and General Staff College, we educate the Army's future senior leaders. The officers that attend are the top half of each year group, and they are exposed to a wide variety of warfighting subjects, for example, strategy, tactics, logistics. The course of study also includes other topics such as history, ethics, the law of land warfare, war crimes, and mass atrocity prevention. What the Gratz Holocaust and Genocide Studies program has equipped me with is the ability to understand these topics in deep historical context, which enables me to relate them to the current operational environment. That is, to make them understandable to the officer students that I interact with, many of whom have seen service in regions where human life is cheap and human rights are rare. We all know that history doesn't repeat itself, but it most certainly rhymes. And in that sense, preparing military leaders to understand may get us a little closer to never again, or so I choose to believe. And finally, before I surrender this bully pulpit, on behalf of myself and my cohort classmates, I'd like to offer a special thanks to Mindy Blackman, a member of the Gratz family who helped shepherd Cohort 1 through the application process, the launch, and the early challenges in the program. Thanks, Mindy. And thanks to Gratz College for enabling this program and seeing it through. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cotter, and congratulations once again. I now invite Dr. Paul Finkelman, Chancellor, past president, and distinguished faculty at Gratz College, to bring congratulations on behalf of the Gratz faculty.
Dave, thank you so much for your introduction. To the students graduating from Gratz College in 2022, welcome to your commencement. Today we honor you for your hard work, excellence in scholarship, and perseverance. Graduate school was hard, and all of you have accomplished important academic goals. I applaud you and I salute you. More than 125 years ago, Gratz began as a college to teach educators. We taught teachers to teach. As well, we taught the Hebrew language. We still do both here at Gratz, as well as teaching many other subjects. Indeed, the variety of degrees that we are awarding today indicates how much Gratz has grown over the years. But in the spirit of our heritage, I extend a hearty mazel tov to all of you. Fortunately, in the last century, this phrase has become part of our shared American knowledge and shared American language. You don't have to have studied Hebrew at Gratz or anywhere else to take pride in a mazel tov. I am speaking today on behalf of our faculty, the full-time faculty at Gratz, and our many awesome adjunct professors who make Gratz a success. I am honored to represent my friends, colleagues, dedicated fellow teachers, and fellow learned scholars. All of us who enter the classroom in the Gratz building, on Moodle, on Zoom, and now on Canvas are deeply committed to educating our students. We share our knowledge and our skills in the courses we teach because we are deeply committed to the idea that our graduates today and those who will come after you will be better citizens and kinder people because you are better educated. To paraphrase Justice Louis D. Brandeis's wisdom about liberty in a free society, as a teacher at Gratz, I believe that the true purpose of education is to enable women and men to freely develop their faculties so that the deliberative forces should prevail over the arbitrary. In a world where arbitrary forces are everywhere, we hope that your education at Gratz will fortify you in the struggle to make the world a better place. We value education as both an end and a means. We believe that knowledge is the key to happiness, and education, learning, and studying are the keys to knowledge. Graduate school was difficult. The courses were demanding, the reading could be heavy, the forum questions could make you think harder and longer than you had ever done before. For most of you, it was more challenging because you were working full-time, you had family responsibilities, and our intensive 8-week courses are really pretty tough. And then there was the pandemic, and all of you have accomplished your goals during a pandemic, the world's worst health crisis in more than a century. You have worked from home and studied from home. You have worn masks. You have changed your lives in so many ways. You have avoided crowds. You have not gone to movie theaters. You have not eaten in restaurants, not attended classes in person. You have lived in fear of becoming ill. Some of you have lost time as you recovered from COVID or took care of your family members who had COVID. All of us have faced the sorrow that we have from the loss of loved ones and friends. It has been a very hard 2 years. Today, as we celebrate your graduation, we are more somber than we would really like to be. In January 2020, I was serving as the president of Gratz, and we were planning our annual Summer Institute. We were looking forward to meeting many of you in person, face-to-face for the first time, and seeing some of you again because we had met you in the previous Summer Institutes. I was looking forward to teaching a class at the Summer Institute as I had the previous summer. 2 months later, at the beginning of March, we were closing the building, moving everything online. It has been a very difficult 2.5 years. We all hope and pray for better days ahead. But we know that as you studied at Gratz, the last few years have also been enlightening and rewarding. Studying hard is itself a reward. Knowledge makes us better citizens and more useful to our families and more successful in our careers and in our lives. The courses you took, the friends you made, and your intellectual encounters with our faculty and with your fellow students will enrich your world for years to come. Now that you are graduating, contact us in the future. Let us know where you are and what you are doing. Send us a question now and then, or an update on what you taught us, because as I hope you all know, you do teach us, the faculty, in your papers and your forum posts. Some of you will continue with your formal education, getting a second master's degree, a doctorate, or even a second doctorate. We hope to see some of you back at Gratz. Others will take your degrees to your professions and your personal lives, being better at what you do and knowing more than you did before you came to Gratz. But whatever you do, I hope your education does not stop today. Keep reading, keep learning, keep asking hard questions, keep studying. Never stop enhancing your education. Keep searching for answers. In the X-Files, and it's now on every streaming video service, it seems, so if you missed it the first time, you can catch it again. In the X-Files, the two brilliant philosophers of the last 2 decades, Fox Mulder and Dana Scully, would remind us over and over again, the truth is out there. There are probably many truths out there. Keep looking for them. Keep searching for them. Use what you have learned here at Gratz to guide you to the truths and to understand the truths. Good luck. Be joyful as you accept your degrees you have so richly earned. And again, mazel tov to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Finkelman. I now invite Dr. Heidi Omler, Gratz College alumna, to say a few words on behalf of the Gratz College Alumni Association.
Thank you, Dave. President Elif, Chancellor Finkelman, members of the Board of Governors, faculty, staff, and fellow graduates. Thank you so much for the honor of speaking on behalf of the Alumni Association here at Gratz College. Congratulations to the class of 2022. What a journey it has been. Who knew that when we embarked upon this journey that we would not only have to overcome obstacles of studying late into the night, meeting deadlines, and writing numerous essays and papers, all while many of us held down a full-time job, but we would also be faced with the additional obstacles associated with the global pandemic. 2 words come to mind when I think of what we have experienced over the past few years: persistence and resolution. As members of the class of 2022, we have shown persistence in facing each challenge and obstacle in front of us. We have not allowed those challenges or obstacles to keep us from our goals. We have shown resolution in setting and achieving, and often exceeding, our goals in reaching this milestone today. I became a Gratz alumni for the first time in 2015, graduating with my MA in Holocaust and Genocide Studies. I am now an alumni for the second time, graduating today with my PhD, also in Holocaust and Genocide Studies. Let me be the first to welcome you to the club. I would encourage each of you to stay connected to our Gratz family. Like I do, I know many of you hold fond memories of your time at Gratz. Join us on social media and consider a financial donation so that others may benefit from all that Gratz has to offer long into the future. I recently read a quote from Edith Carter, a Holocaust survivor from the former Czechoslovakia who settled in Cincinnati, Ohio. Edith provides each of us with a challenge. Edith said, everybody, every human being has the obligation to contribute something to this world. I would encourage each of us to go out and find our way to contribute. Congratulations, class of 2022. I am honored to be counted among your members. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Omler, and welcome once again to all of our graduates. as official Gratz College alumni. As the ceremony draws to a close, we continue the Gratz College tradition of singing the national anthem of Israel, Hatikva, which means the hope, in honor of the college's Jewish legacy and in celebration of the optimism that we feel as yet another remarkable group of Gratz alumni go forth to make the world a better place. Please refer to the lyrics on the screen and rise, if you wish, for Hatikva, which will be led by Professor Emeritus Dr. Saul Wax.
כל עוד בלב פנימו נפש יהודי הומיום ולפתי מזרח קדימה עין לציון סופי-יום עוד לא אבדה תקוותנו, התקווה בת שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים.
Thank you, Dr. Wax. I would like to now invite Rabbi Dr. Lance J. Sussman to offer a closing benediction.
Eternal One of the universe, we thank you for this special day, its milestones and achievements. Bless our graduates, faculty, staff, students, and alumni with strength of mind and well-being of body. Guide our graduates as they go on their way and inspire them to continue to pursue their dreams. May God bless the Gratz College community with the will to teach and to learn. May we continue our work of educating the next generation to build a better world through scholarship and through kindness. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi Sussman. Congratulations once again to all of our graduates, their families, and their friends for joining us today. We know that it takes a community. On behalf of the entire Gratz family, Mazel Tov, we applaud you. Please enjoy this moment. You have earned it. Please enjoy some words from our faculty, staff, and Board of Governors.
As a governor of Gratz College, I honor and congratulate you on your achievement. Moreover, thank you. Thank you for trusting Gratz College to provide the education you were seeking, and thank you for how you will now use that degree to help fulfill Gratz's mission. May you go from strength to strength. Mazal Tov. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the class of 2022 and welcome to the worldwide Gratz College alumni community. We are here to support you, so stay in touch, share your accomplishments, find us on social media. We look forward to hearing from you.
Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful tool to change the world." To all the graduates of Gratz College, class of 2022, all the best, and don't stop learning.
Special shout out to the students in Jewish Professional Studies, Nonprofit Management Program, Jewish Education, and Jewish Communal Service. We're so proud of you. Can't wait to see what you do next.
Congratulations, Gratz class of 2022. I am Professor Joseph Davis, and let me wish you, as they say in Hebrew, telchu mechayil el chayil, go from strength to strength. And I wish you all the best as you continue to grow in learning, in accomplishments, and in life. L'chaim, to life.
Hey graduates, congratulations! I hope you feel proud of your accomplishments and I wish you well on your next steps. Thank you for making Gratz College shine so brightly.
Hello class of 2022. Thank you for sharing your journey with us at Gratz College. We appreciate you and we wish you all the best in your future.
Congratulations, graduates of 2022. I met many of you during the admissions process, and I love being here at the end of your Gratz journey as well. At Gratz, students in every program are doing such important work trying to make the world a better place. This makes my job so meaningful and rewarding. Please stay in touch and let me know where this important achievement takes you, and when you're ready for your next degree, you know who to call. Congratulations and good luck.
Hi everybody, I'm just here reading the teacher awards for my class, EDU 591. Of course, you don't have to read for class because you've graduated. Class of 2022, congratulations. We thank you for being part of the Gratz community, and we wish you well as you embark on some rigorous beach reading.
Special congratulations to the Holocaust and Genocide Studies students, and to the Interfaith Leadership students, and to all the students who are graduating today. You should be very proud of all of your academic accomplishments. Best wishes for a wonderful future.
On behalf of all the faculty of Gratz College, I want to wish you all the best and congratulations on this momentous occasion.